Yeah, to the Cloud9 fans that have supported us through this whole thing, thank you very much. For the guys who've been hating on us, sorry we let you down. We'll see you when we start winning again. Until then, I'll ignore you.
Vladimir will never get nerfed. You will get an 05 Yasuo in every one of your ranked games. NA will win worlds.
Hey man, got trouble sleeping? Try Brain Effect Sleep.
What are you doing in my home?
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined here by C9 Jack once again here at Rift Rivals, final day. C9 of course didn't have the best performance, but the team was sick, so overall still an enjoyable time. Some things learned, I guess, some positives.
I would say we learned anything besides being stuck. It's not fun, but we limped through the event, and now we're going to go home and take a couple days off to try to get healthy before scrims start on Tuesday, and hopefully people will be well enough to start practicing again.
Right, and recover and everything, because health is obviously very important, but still sometimes maybe even a bit underappreciated in esports.
A few of the players who got really sick and went to the hospital after coming home, they just it was scary seeing going from feeling okay to actually wondering is this it? Within just a matter of a few hours, and gives them some perspective on really looking to take care of themselves.
Yeah, because I would imagine just the general lifestyle leads to a bit of a weaker immune system and stuff like that.
We honestly do take really good care of ourselves. We have a strength trainer. We work out every single morning. We eat good food. We insist on players getting a good amount of sleep. So we do take care of ourselves, but there's some things that are outside of your control. And this is one of those situations where it's a highly contagious virus just ran through our team, and literally every single player got it. The level of sickness varied from player to player. Some guys ended up going to the hospital, getting IVs, getting some morphine to deal with the pain, and some guys are really high fevers and were unable to play. But it looks like everyone is on the road to recovery. There's no one else to get sick because everyone is sick, except for myself. Somehow I've made it through, knock on wood, that hasn't hit me yet. If you actually think about it and give it some perspective, if we were going to get sick, this was probably the best week for us to get sick because it doesn't actually impact the split very much.
Right.
But it is unfortunate because this is a really special event. We do take it really seriously. We are looking forward to participating in it, and it just really is unfortunate that things didn't work out for us.
Sometimes it is how it is. Of course, health is the most important factor. Best wishes to all the players. Make sure to let them know as well. It helps to
give them some love. This is it's not fun being sick. It's not fun getting your ass kicked and reading Reddit, thinking people thinking we're not taking it seriously. We definitely did, and it was super disappointing to not be able to give a good show. Send out your love to them because they'll appreciate it.
Yep, good, very good call for sure. So let's talk a bit about League of Legends and maybe even about a bit of Overwatch. You've probably read the Kotaku piece on the esports bubble and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And as someone who's so highly invested into all different esports, especially Overwatch and League of Legends, what were your immediate thoughts and reactions to that piece in general?
I think they ended up interviewing people that had little to zero influence in the industry and very little to zero understanding of the industry. So when you do that, you end up with getting a bunch of opinions that aren't really relevant. So I don't think it was well done. It was written poorly. So people write bad stuff sometimes, and it doesn't really faze me.
Right, and we're seeing some huge announcement now with Marvel and Team Liquid partnering up and doing these whole new collabs. Do you think that we are at a point where we're entering a completely new age of esports, where some teams are really taking off with C9, Team Liquid, G2 has really good and great stuff on the works, and just other teams taking a fall maybe and going different routes at least?
I think I see things are constantly getting better. The level of interactions I'm having with non-endemics are constantly getting better. The reach is always growing and growing fast. And people love to knock things down. And so you see people panicking over what I think are not really things that we should be worried about. Mm-hmm. So my outlook is really super bright. I feel really good about where I am, and the people that I'm interacting with and the partnerships that I'm growing. I can't really speak to what other teams may or may not be doing, but there's a lot of new people involved in esports, and they're figuring out their way. It's going to take some time for them to navigate the waters.
Right. And so would you argue that, if you're a team that knows their stuff and knows how to correctly grow and like what to do with the audience as well, because it's a special one, then you're going to be fine. And if you don't, well, that's kind of your fault.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just takes time to figure it out. The teams that have been around for a really long time tend to are doing really well.
Right.
Not really a big surprise. But there are teams like 100 Thieves that are making their mark as well. But like they're not necessarily new either. I mean, Nade Shot's been around forever. So, again, the teams that have a lot of experience are doing well, and that's not a surprise. In the industry, you're going to see the same results.
Right. And is it interesting to see though how like it at least feels that way, that all the different esports titles are kind of growing together. You see a lot of orgs signing a bunch of teams on different esports titles, where it used to be, hey, you have a team and it's like one title specific, and that has kind of dissolved over the last 2 to 3 years, I feel like. What's your thoughts on that?
The consolidation I think you're talking about is not surprising. It's something I expected. And also, a lot of the knowledge that you learn on running a single team, it's transferable to other competitive teams. So, the first one is the hardest one to kind of get your head wrapped around, and then you can take those lessons and apply it to another new game. And there are going to be things that are different, but there's going to be a lot of things that are the same. So it'll help you build up that second team. So I'm not surprised that it's happening.
Okay.
I'm more surprised it took so long for that to happen.
Okay, interesting. One last final question. In EU, we have currently, of course, Refresh Entertainment coming in with Origin, huge brand previously with Astralis and all the stuff they do behind the scenes, on the huge focus of taking a lot of things from traditional sports into the world of esports. They do yoga and all that kind of stuff as well, and ride through Denmark for 1 hour before training and stuff like that. Very extreme. Were there any conversations had with Refresh people, and did you learn anything from their perspectives in that regard?
We've done blast events for a while now. They're really great to work with. I'm excited to see that their success, and it was cool to see them get involved in the LEC, and I wish them a ton of luck. I mean, some of the things they do, we've done for a while as well. I think like following a lot of the things that traditional sports that path is laid out is smart. I mean, I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned from competitive sports that have been around for a long time that can apply to what we do.
Right. Very nice. So anything you would like to say to the Cloud9 fans?
Yeah, to the Cloud9 fans that have supported us through this whole thing, thank you very much. For the guys who've been hating on us, sorry we let you down. We'll see you when we start winning again. Until then, I'll ignore you.
That's the way to approach it. I feel like you just channeled your inner Carlos there for a second as well. Thank you so much, Jack, for your time. And this was Darius from the Shotcaller on my final day of Rift Rivals. I hope you enjoyed our coverage, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your very special support, and of course also all the people whose names you see scrolling past you. Without you guys, we would have closed down probably a while ago. So thank you so much for your help. Thank you.